What up, y'all? Welcome to my lair. My name is Joya Bravo. I am an artist that is a singer, rapper, and violinist. People always ask me, like, what do you actually do? Like, if you had to pick one, there is no picking one. I sing, rap, and play the violin, but I am an artist. I love to create music. I love to perform, just do all the things music related. So welcome to my new lair. It is gonna be the start of a journey that has honestly been a long journey. I've done a lot. I've achieved a lot as a musician and as an artist. When I first came out, not too long ago, I scored my very own McDonald's commercial.
Now I rhymes on the double, cause nobody does breakfast like McDonald's.
I had a hit single in Brazil. Eu falo portuguesa. Shout out to all my brasileiros. I played with some big acts, including The Roots a couple times. Recently I played at the MoMA, which is the Museum of Modern Art. I've been written up in the New York Times. I played Carnegie Hall. Like, I've done a lot of really great things, but what I haven't done is truly see the art for its specific journey all the way through. I kind of like have jumped in and out of the path, like believing in myself and like I've never not believed in myself, but because I'm talented at violin, or I focus really hard on violin, I've taken the violinist journey for a while, and then I took the songwriter's journey for a while, and so I've kind of jumped in and out, but like my true self at my core is an artist. And so for the first time in, I guess, forever, I am now working towards just making the most of myself as an artist and praying to God that this shit fucking happens. I've done a lot. I'm grateful for that, but I kind of just feel like I'm just getting started. So here I am in the lair. I'm gonna be lab writing like a mofo, just in the studio recording and learning what it means to like do everything as self-sufficiently as I possibly can. I don't have a big budget, so I'm just gonna learn everything. And I've been on a regiment and just sacrifice and move forward. Keep my mind focused and motivated and just keep moving forward. I definitely want to find my tribe and build a community out of what I do, you know, with my heart and soul. So that's me rambling. This is the start of my weekly vlog where I'm gonna take you guys on my journey. Right now, I can tell you that I just learned how to make a vocal chain, which I know sounds elementary to a lot of people, but maybe a lot of people are like, oh, that sounds advanced. So I just learned what it means to have a strong vocal chain. Shout out to Six Mixed It, 6CYXX, and a couple other just like random ChatGPT feedback. So I just found a vocal chain. I just put my studio together, found a vocal chain that works, and now it's just about getting my vocals to release ready quality. I want to be able to do as much as I can to drop like the first 25 singles on my own recording. Like, I already have them 95% written, so now it's just about recording them and getting them release ready from my own studio, not worrying and relying on anybody. So right now I'm in Atlanta. You're gonna see my journey. You're gonna see some of my favorite places to go, my favorite coffee shops, favorite places to eat, what I do in my spare time. And yeah, this is just the start of a vlog to, you know, find my tribe and just keep motivated. You are my accountability partner, and this is my journey, so come with me. Alright, y'all, so a quick background on me, since we're just doing a walking video of the Beltline, which is a dope part of town. If you're in Atlanta, definitely go check that out. I was born in Queens, New York. I was raised between Atlanta and New York, but I did all my schooling in Kennesaw, Georgia, and Conyers, Georgia, which is suburban. I'm a suburban chick. I did all my summers and winters in Queens, New York, which is, you know, where I got a lot of my flavor from, so to speak. But I started playing violin in middle school at the age of 9. My first true artistic expression, though, was as a rapper. I started doing remixes to songs on the radio, and then I started playing the violin, and then I started discovering my voice as a singer at the age of 12, when I started kind of dabbling with drama. So that's kind of the progression of why I do all the things I do. I've always been weird. I mean, not weird to me. It's difficult finding an intersection when you're first generation American, because you're not American enough to really fit in with ease, but then you're not from whatever immigrant background enough to really fit in as an immigrant either. So I always found my comfort in just weird intersections. Like wherever I felt comfortable is where I went. I didn't do anything because I was supposed to do it. I just did me. Alright, so I'll get back to me a little later, but here I am going to ABV Gallery, which is a really dope art gallery in East Atlanta. A lot of their art really appeals to like an Adult Swim crowd, artsy hipsters, funny kind of dark humor style perspective. Definitely come check this gallery out. No, they're not paying me or coercing me to say this.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. Are you vlogging?
Yeah. I didn't really fit too deeply in any crowd. I kind of found just like a lukewarm existence of just getting by. I really like these paintings by Wolf Dog. So I found comfort in alternative music, metal, and orchestra, of course. The reason why I chose the violin is because in the 4th grade is when they introduced music instruments to us. And so what they did was on one side of the classroom, they lined up all the orchestra equipments, and on the other side of the classroom, they lined up all the band equipments. So everybody ran to the band side, which I remember it was on the right side. And that's the reason why I gravitated towards the left. I've always been sort of a loner, very independent. And it's the nature of my culture, but it's also like how I was raised, like being a daughter of a single mother in a brand new neighborhood, child of an immigrant, like all that kind of stuff just kind of builds you a little differently. You're not really raised in community, so everything is novel, you know? So I ran to that side of the classroom where nobody was, or barely anybody was, and it was between the violin and the cello. I didn't want to choose the violin at first because I already was familiar with Brooke Alford, who went to the same church with me, and I didn't want to be seen as copying her, so I didn't really want to play the violin. It was between the violin and the cello, but the cello was way too cumbersome to be carrying around. Shout outs to y'all cello and bass players. I don't know how y'all do it. So that's kind of my background story.
Streams, you know, you can look at all of that fun stuff over here. If we go to 12 months, 220,000 lists. Give you the opportunity to submit to their Spotify playlist. You have a really small chance of getting on it. I've never gotten a lot from Discover Weekly, a lot from radio, top songs. Oh, apparently I have some from This Is Chase Atlantic, and then I have a lot from songs that I want to get fucked to. So,
yeah.
I never been with the thug shit. I always been with the love shit. But recently I give less of a shit how I look.
Damn.
I never been with the thug shit. I always been with the love shit. But recently I give less of a shit how I look to motherfuckers in public. It could get a real love in hip hop up in this bitch. Yeah, money ain't the subject. Don't know how to act. You should give me that bag. Let me run it.
God damn it.
I never been with the thug shit. I always been with the love shit. But recently I give less of a shit how I look to motherfuckers in public. When they get down, then they get down. Bada boom, bada bang, busy with the biz now. Don't know what that was, but you know what it is now. I should buy the stadium so all of you can sit down. Cause they watching my Twitter. Yeah, they all in my Insta. Yeah, they follow my TikTok. But don't need no comment and don't need no picture.
What up, y'all? Good morning. This is the next day. I am not that much of a morning person, to be completely honest, but here we are starting the next day. As I mentioned from the clips from yesterday, I am still getting used to this camera and lighting and setting up all the things, but also finding the importance of just simplifying what I'm doing. So today, I know you can't see the fit. It's real comfy today. Just a little halter top and little chain action, little chain earrings, the short bang wig. This wig from Amazon, I dyed it myself and then cut the bangs, but there will be a link to that to my Amazon storefront below. Today we are going to Georgia State. I'm currently registered for classes, full schedule for the upcoming term, which is, I believe, spring of 2026. I've wanted to go back to school for a long time, but it's still competing with all the things I'm doing with my business as a musician, as an artist. I'll only be able to go back to school and dedicate the time if they'll give me some financial aid. So I got into school a few moons ago on a full academic scholarship. I've never been a straight A student, but I'm one of those people who's like a high potential, high functioning slacker. So like my whole school career, I was a C student, C's, B's, maybe sprinkle in a couple D's, never really F's, and maybe an A here or there. And it wasn't until like the senior year of high school where it was told to me that I could be eligible for a full academic scholarship if I did X, Y, and Z, that I literally put my mind to it and got it. I'm a competitive learner, so I think I had some friends around that time who were all like getting the academic scholarship, so I was like, oh no, we gotta do it. So I put my head in the game and I got a full academic scholarship, which I then partied away because I wasn't there to really go to school. I was just there because that's what everybody else was doing. That seemed like the right thing to do, but I've always known I'm an artist. Now, after a few years of being an artist, being a musician, and living the art life, the other side of my brain is like, girl, we need to be fed. Whatever side of the brain it is that needs intellectual stimulation, that's been like screaming for the past 5 years. So I finally decided, let me do something about it. I love philosophy, I love words, language. I speak multiple languages, and I just have a lot of like intelligence, and I really just want to feed that. I want to sharpen that and hone that, especially since I've had the desire for all these years. So even if it doesn't work again this semester, I'm gonna try, and at least I know where to place my focus moving forward. So I've registered 3 times to go back to Georgia State. I've got accepted. The first time, rest in peace, the first day of school, my grandmother passed away. Literally, she passed away at 5 a.m. and school was supposed to start for me at 9 a.m. that same day. So me being one of the only people who lived in the same town as her, I had to, be present. This was our first real death. Sorry to bring the mood all the way down, but rest in peace, grandma. Definitely loved her. So I withdrew from classes that day. Second time, I think that was when I realized they weren't going to give me any financial aid, and it was so close to the start of school. I was like, I don't want to come in on an off foot like this. This time it kind of looks like it might be happening the same way again. This last semester that I tried to register, I was in New York trying to register from afar. I find that things happen best in person. So I'm gonna go back up to the school and try to talk to as many people as I can. And quite frankly, like I said, if they're not able to give me money, to give me financial aid, I'm gonna have to withdraw again. And it's cool because it'll give me more time to focus on my music, focus on my vlog, and it'll give me a lot more, discipline moving forward now that I'm like focused. So I know I'm jumping around a little bit here, but I do want to give you guys my backstory as I'm kind of moving through this without like sitting and talking heading my whole life story to you. So wait a minute. I think there's some shit on my lens. Oh no, hold on one second. Yeah, let me pause, clean, and come right back. Let's get on the road. Let's go to Georgia State and let's try to get closer to getting some answers. Walk with me as I go along today's day. Let's go. It is a beautiful day out. I'm working on walking with my camera a lot more stable than it was yesterday. I wish I could drive and vlog. But I can't set my heavy ass camera up in my car. At least I haven't figured it out yet. So here we are talking before we drive. Let's go. I don't even know if this building is open. Like, look at this shit. But here we are, about to walk into Georgia State to try to speak to an advisement counselor about just getting some fucking financial aid. Shit. Let's get to it. I'm about to walk in and try to speak to the good advisement counselor about getting some financial aid. So pray for me. Either way it goes, I'm cool. But here we are. Alright, so after a fuck ton of running around, they sent me from one building to another building that turned out to be completely shut down due to construction. And then I called to find out where the temporary office of financial aid was, and they told me an address that turned out to not be the address. I had to walk a few blocks to another address. And so I got the answers I needed, but I am a little bit like, is this something that's smart to start right now? So I'm kind of like still waffling a little bit, but I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna go to a coffee shop right now to try to just have a think and journal and see what like a weekly workflow would look like, because obviously I need my rest, but I also want to dedicate like 1,000% or at least 90% into vlogging, recording, releasing each week, and all the stuff that comes with that, content and just everything. So we will see if this shit works out. I'm not 1,000% sure. Sorry, I keep looking at myself in the camera because I'm still not quite used to this whole vlogging thing, but I'm gonna get used to it. And so just come with me to thinking. I'm gonna go to Omni Coffee and Eggs just because they also have really good food and they're not too far from here. But we'll see. I might not. We'll see. Let's see where I go. And we have decided on Ponce City Market because I wanted good coffee and some food. I want to sit, journal, and just figure out what my weekly workflow is going to look like. If I include school, like if that's 1 class, 2 classes, or what the fuck I'm doing with releases, recording. I still have to record like 80 million songs. So I'm gonna figure it all out. It may not all come today, but I'm definitely gonna try. So here we are at Ponce City Market. Got my little double shot espresso, a little oat milk. I usually get it with a little water and with less oat milk than this. This kind of looks crazy, but whatever. And I got a gluten-free chocolate donut from Five Daughters Bakery. So I'm about to pull out my laptop, my journal, and get the party started. Let's go. Alright, so I gotta run and check my P.O. box here in Little 5 Points, my favorite little part of town, which is why I set up my mailbox here. And I gotta run in there before they close, because they do be keeping some weird hours sometimes. But life of a business girly. Uh-oh, they might be closed. I think they're closed. Yeah, they are. Oh! Told you I'm still getting used to this camera thing. Nothing. And we are off to my favorite grocery store in the entire world, and that is Trader Joe's. Let's get in there. Alright, so I got everything with my paper towels. I got my favorite sourdough bread, some ginger, my favorite salads, gluten-free snack crackers, some bananas, and I'm being bad, but I got these peppermint marshmallows that they have here. I couldn't help myself. And also avocados, organic, of course. Yeah.
Is prior to the thing that's supposed to be the big record. And eventually you continue on that path and iterate throughout the process.
You're doing a mini jam session.
Yeah.
So that idea wasn't new. Like, that's the biggest thing, the delusional aspect of it, right? I mean, Russ even says delusional self-belief. I'm pretty sure it's one of his coins.
Yeah.
You gotta have that delusional self-belief. A friend of mine came up to me the other day and said, I mean, specifically, it was a Bible verse, Matthew, but it's when Jesus goes back to Nazareth, and he couldn't do many miracles there because that's where it's from Nazareth. So he couldn't do many miracles there because people didn't really believe in him. The faith was too low. And then a friend of mine came up to me in my hometown, and she was like, I was reading that verse the other day, and I thought it was like, I used to not think you could do it. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you. She was like, I thought you were wasting your time. And, not to, you know.
No, but I get it.
You know what I'm saying? It was like your hometown. It was like your hometown's gonna believe in you to leave, not because you're not good, but because they know you.
Those parties started as small 50-person events where we were showcasing all the new music I was finding in the underground, and also this is blog era, so and this is also a big part of it.
All right, I know you saw me make that delicious, elaborate sandwich. So as you can see, I don't really eat for taste, I eat more for nutrition. So I made a tuna and avocado sandwich. It's got half pumpernickel, half sourdough, because me as a gluten sensitive girly, I can only really digest either pumpernickel, sourdough, or gluten-free bread, and gluten-free bread is nasty as fuck. So as you see, I have 1/2 and 1/2. The other sandwich I gave to my homegirl. I'm gonna eat that with a green apple and watch some First Dates, which is one of my favorite passive viewing shows. I love watching people date and like human interaction amongst people who are just meeting each other for the first time. And of course, me being like foreign minded, I love British TV shows. So let's get into it, and yeah.
Anxious daters prepare to meet their matches.
Hi, I'm Joya, the makeup. I'm going in the peon. Oh my god, calm down, Mum. Calm down. There's like a stage. So if I start somebody in there.
You are just amazing.
Thank you. I miss him every day. If I'm lucky enough, I could have a grey-haired stud. I wouldn't say no to it.
Period. I want a gray-haired stud. Could be a problem, I'ma get in. Hey, yeah. I never been with the thug shit. I always been with the love shit. But recently I give less of a shit how I look to motherfuckers in public. It could get real of an hip hop up in this bitch. It money ain't the subject. That bag, let me run it. I don't like it. Let me turn the beat down a little bit. I never been with the thug shit. I always been with the love shit. But recently I give less of a shit how I look to motherfuckers in public. It could get real of an hip hop up in this bitch if money ain't the subject. You should pass the ball, you fumbling. I'm just trying to score consistently like Duncan and be MVP like it's. You should bat motherfucker, you. Cause they watching my Twitter. Yeah, they all in my Insta. Yeah, they follow my TikTok. But don't need no comment and don't need no picture. Motherfucker better get it right before I send the ass right to the bulletin, huh? Then it's off at your head, huh? Then it's off at
off at your head. Huh. Then it's off at your head. Motherfucker better get it right for us in the ass, right to the bulletin.
Let's see. Alright, so now that I'm warm, I'm going to do it again. And I'm not picking my nose, I'm fixing my nose rings. But one thing that can be a problem is perfectionism. I've now spent 2 nights trying to perfect this second verse. And I think that's a little too much. So I'm going to try to get this thing, I'm not picking my nose, within the next like 3 takes. If I don't get it, I might just use the old take and just keep it pushing because we don't have time. We don't have time.
Money making is the subject, and I love it. When they get down, let I get down. Bada boom, bada bang, bizzle with the biz now. Don't know what that was, but you know what it is now. I should buy the stadium so all of you can sit down. Off at your head. Motherfucker better get it right for us in the ass, right to the bulletin.
I think that was good enough. Alright, let's keep this thing moving. Alright, so great news. I just completed the first recording of this whole journey that I'm on. It's my re-recording of Off With Your Head. The song Off With Your Head started as, it was about 2 things. First, at the time I initially recorded it, I was living in California and I was working a like horror exhibit at Dark Harbor, which is a boat in Long Beach where they do like haunt themed season, like a haunted Christmas, haunted whatever, different haunts. And at the time the theme was Alice in Wonderland, so there were Queen of Hearts and they were running saying "Get off with your head" left and right. So that was in my mind, and just like being in the theme of that, I was playing violin as like a haunting violinist. And at the time I had a neighbor who I couldn't stand, and we had this quiet war going on between the walls. And so I started recording shit, just being like passive aggressive. And so I recorded Off With Your Head so that my neighbor could hear. So it was kind of 2-fold, and then it turned 3-fold because at that time I felt very disempowered as an artist, and I felt like a lot of people were just watching my journey and not really supporting me properly. So I wanted to make it to like people who just watch me, people who I knew were low-key haters. It became a song about low-key haters. So now that I've re-recorded it, I've really leaned into what it's like being a content creator and an artist, especially these days, with a bunch of people who watch everything you do, like watching every single story but never liking, commenting, or truly supporting me out in public. Of course you appreciate the numbers, but I appreciate the people who truly support what I do. I know who you are and you know who you are. There are lookers, there are likers, and there are lurkers. And so this song is specifically for the lurkers. I feel like a lot of people will resonate with this message, just being content creators and trying to make it out here and having like a lot of people not value what we do. It's like, if you don't respect what I do, then go watch people you respect. So this song is just for them, and I'm excited because I feel like a lot of content creators and artists these days, entrepreneurs, anybody can really resonate with this message. This is day 2 of vlogging. So that's it for today's journey, y'all. Thank you for coming with me. I'm ready to get on to my next song, which is called Nice to Meet Ya. Thank you guys. I'm about to take a shower, eat my dinner, and watch like a 1970s classic thriller. As long as it's like 70s to 90s thrillers, that's my shit. Anyway, that's it. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now I'm sitting perfectly still for the camera. Hey you! There's another one here somewhere. He's the hider though. Good morning, y'all. This is day 3 of vlogging. Again, I am not a morning person, but here we are. So today we're going to go to the gym. Why do I say we, like it's not just me? Today I'm gonna go to the gym and then I'm gonna do some admin work. I might go to a coffee shop. I might just try to stay inside so that I can save money by spending time cooking and eating here, but I might run to a coffee shop. I've got to run to my storage and grab some merch so that I can restock my inventory on my website. I've also got to grab a light. I have like this little strobe stage light that turns any color that I want to use for videos. So I'm about to head to the gym. As you can see, I have, you can't see, you can't see, but I have this fucking, it's like a workout jacket and it's got thumb holes in it. It's super light, but it definitely traps warmth. But it's on my Amazon storefront, which I will have linked below, that I use when it's like a cool day out, when I want to jog outside, or when I want to just go to the gym and then take it off when I get to the gym. I have some Nike leggings on that are gray. I'm doing all gray and black. Damn, I wish I could figure out how to kind of get my whole body, but I am in a tight space right now, so I gotta work with what I have. This wig is my workout wig. As you can see, I kind of switched up the look. I've got this ice white kind of wig on, which I love. It's what I work out in, and it's what I kind of run errands in sometimes if I want to just throw on a hat and go. It is also available in my Amazon store, which is linked down below. Like I said, I've got to go to the gym, run to my storage, do some admin work, and try to close this whole GSU saga. Where I'm at right now with the Georgia State University process is I applied for what's called academic renewal, which will wipe away my history of fucking up academically. I was approved for academic renewal, which should make me eligible for financial aid. Now, I need to call my advisement counselor and find out if I don't go this semester, if my academic renewal can apply to next semester, just to get as much information as I can before making an official decision. I would hate to start school and be not in the right headspace or be way too frazzled. And to be honest, I feel like everything I'm doing with wanting to release all the songs I want to release, re-record, like I have a great flow going right now with vlogging, recording, and studying marketing strategies, that I just want to execute those strategies and drop a whole lot of content and do it very organized and efficient, so that I have a momentum going, so that by the time next semester comes, hopefully I'll be ready to actually start. So come with me. I'm gonna see you guys when I come back. And I had a really crazy dream last night. So, two really quick just morning thoughts. I had a really crazy, like, vivid dream last night. I was basically in another world. It almost felt like my past, but it also felt like another country and like damn near another planet. It was like it was very real, extremely vivid, and not too like science fiction-y. It was very down to earth, but it really felt like I stepped into another like life or something. And it happens every once in a while. Do you have vivid dreams? Let me know in the comments. And let me know what you think they mean. Not the dreams in particular, but if you have super vivid dreams where it feels like you're like living in another reality, like what theories do you have on what that is? Are we stepping into another portal? Are we living another version of our own life? Like what was that? Because it felt super real. My second thought of the morning is, I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in God and I am extremely spiritual. I respect all religions. I glorify God every single day. I pray to God every single day. I trust God. I walk by faith. And that's what you're seeing me do with this whole entire process. So sometimes I'll get downloads as I'm waking up, like when I'm between sleep and waking up mode. So this morning I got a download. It came to me that I am a dark classical artist. So the thing about me is I sing, rap, play the violin. I'm Jamaican American. I have an alternative edge. I love metal. I love playing metal on my electric violin, as you'll see here. And with all these elements that I embody, it's been hard to figure out how to market it, how to communicate it, and how to find a tribe. What came to me last night, as I've been studying marketing recently, especially, shout outs to the cult creative Chris Alba, Mauricio Ruiz with the Manager's Playbook, the Music Entrepreneurs Club, whose event I'm going to tonight, it came to me that I am a dark classical artist who sings, raps, and plays the violin. And it feels so succinct, it feels so clear. My rap style, my melodies, they all kind of embody a melodic classical element. And I always wear all black. I'm always wearing like cool tones. I'm a dark classical artist. And I'm so excited now to have this sort of brand moving forward. I'm gonna lean into it because I feel like that's how I'm gonna find my tribe. If you like dark classical feels, dark classical movies, I mean, like literally, like as I'm thinking about it, it embodies my whole life. Now, how that relates to what I do in Caribbean culture, the jury is still out. But I'm excited because I feel like I finally have a direction on where I'm going marketing and branding wise. And it's going to make it a lot easier for people to put me in the correct category. A lot of people try to say I'm a hip hop violinist or I'm a jazz violinist or I'm an R&B singer. I'm none of those things. I'm a dark classical artist who sings, raps, and plays the violin. Yeah, okay. So off to the gym we go. I will see you guys when I return, and yeah. Alright, so I've always been athletic. Growing up, I did a lot of different sports, softball, tennis, and I did a lot of dance as well, gymnastics. But I got my real start working out in the gym during the pandemic, watching booty gains girlies on Instagram, like people who naturally grew their asses by lifting heavy and eating protein. So I was like, ooh, I can do that. And I love it so much because it's not only physically good for me, but it's also mentally and spiritually cathartic. Alright, off to the city we go. Whew. Today's been a bit of a whirlwind, but today's workout was amazing, so can't be too mad. Alright, so I decided to stop at a coffee shop and just get my mind together. I'm going to do some journaling, as you can see, and kind of organize more of my thoughts around school and developing those time blocks for my weeks and staying as productive as humanly possible. So I'm at one of my favorite coffee shops, which is in Little 5 Points. It's called Aurora Coffee, and yeah, later on we have the event to go to, which is the creative currency event for people who do content creators. We have arrived to the, what is it called? The creative currency event. It is a beautiful night out here. It's actually like my perfect weather, which is anywhere between 55 and 70. Overcast. It's slightly sprinkling. It's just my favorite weather. I just feel so comfy. I can wear like fall clothes and be layered. But yeah, it's just a beautiful night. This looks like a nice restaurant. Ooh, Mediterranean cuisine. Okay. I know what you're Which one is it? Back there? Yeah, back there. Hey, we just sit anywhere, you know?
So creative currency, we've only done this one other time before. We did it in LA. We're both from LA. In God's land. And the creative stamina that's required these days is crazy.
Close, right? Remotely close. TikTok is going to be the least money. And it's multiple things with YouTube. Not only sponsorship opportunities and things like that, but literally just the platform paying you outright. But when it comes to being able to go deep and engage and monetize, it's always going to be Instagram because you can't really interact, right? Like YouTube is more like TV, right? And then Instagram is more like, I don't have a perfect analogy, but you're like dealing with it. You're actually engaging. It's the meet and greets with your fans.
So the trick is say, yo, let me work with you on a simple level. Let me help you get a win. Let me do something easy right now in this fiscal year. And then you got the number one question you got to ask them is, when does your budget reset? Their budget resets at the end of the year or mid-year, most likely. So it resets like June, July, or like December, right? What you want to do is you want to go to them. You want to get some test projects in the way and get some wins because you want to make them look good. So you want to do stuff that you deliver what you can promise what you can deliver. But the real trick is that once you do that, you start talking to them ahead of their next budget season and say, now carve me out 50K, 100K, whatever for next season.
Across the board, but a lot of the front part of the conversation, we need you guys to feed us information, and hopefully this is just us taking you guys through a conversation that may be needed in this city.
Why are you two being trying to rock with me on nothing? But they was watching. They was watching. And I didn't know they was watching until I had my sit down with them, and they started saying, yeah. And I had 2 or 3 projects on Tubi already that were doing well. So at that point, they were almost, basically, in layman terms, they wasn't fucking with me until they thought I wasn't important enough.
Alright, so that's a wrap on the Creative Currency event. Overall, it was great. I kind of just wanted to be there to listen, learn, hopefully learn something new, and just organically connect to whoever, I would organically connect to. But anytime people ask me what I did, I would just say, honestly, I've made a lot of success as a violinist, but beyond that, it kind of doesn't matter because, how y'all doing? Because I don't really have a body of work completed to really be talking about it like that. Like, until this vlog goes up, until I have at least 25 songs done, 5 to 10 songs released, none of it fucking matters. I can be like, oh, I sing and I rap all day, but when they look at my numbers on Spotify, it's gonna be like 3 releases and not much else. So I didn't really promote myself. I didn't go hard with networking at all, but it was just nice to see some of the people in person who truly inspire me, like Brandman Sean, like Damian Ritter from the Music Entrepreneurs Club. Just meeting them in person was really all I came for, and to potentially learn something new. So that's a wrap on today, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. That's it. I might go home and record, but I think not. Good night. Alright, so it's vlog day number 4 and we are back at Georgia State. I have a final question to ask before I make my ultimate decision, but I already know what side I'm leaning on. I think you know what side I'm leaning on too. I have to go in there and ask them if financial aid gets approved for this term and I don't start this term, will I then forfeit my future eligibility for it, or do I just reapply and keep it pushing for next semester? But we'll see what happens. Bye. So my order came up way too quick. So when he dropped it, I was like, ooh, that was quick. That was too quick. He was like, oh, no, I don't take that long. He said, I never take that long. I said, hold on now. What you mean you never take that long? He was like, nah, when you know what you're doing, it don't take that long. I said, ooh, let me get up out of here. Let me get the fuck up out of here. Good morning, y'all. It is day number 5 of the vlog series. As you can see, yesterday I kept it kind of short because I'm not gonna lie, the fatigue hit me. I barely slept the night before last. When I woke up, I had a very limited just energy capacity altogether. I wanted to use my energy resource to get things done that I had to focus on. So I left my camera at home. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, I can't today. Just a quick update on the Georgia State University saga. So crazy. I just feel like in certain industries of life, you should be able to call or speak to someone who has the exact right information, and if they don't, they should connect you to someone who does. Does that make me sound like entitled? Something happened during the pandemic where everybody lost their sense of customer service, I guess. And this is no direct shot at Georgia State, but I just feel like in certain industries like banking, the medical industry, and the schooling institutions, people should be able to give you the right information. So I've spoken to several people on the phone, in person, at the school, as y'all saw me go up there the other day, who told me all this different information. So yesterday I was able to contact the final boss of the financial aid department, and she was finally able to tell me it's too late for you to appeal for this whole process. So what the fuck have these people been doing this whole time? I'm sure you know, based on getting to know me in 5 days, that I'm a little bit relieved. We're gonna take school off the table for this semester because I won't be able to get financial aid by the time it's time to make the first payment. Might revisit it another semester, but we'll see. I want to continue to focus on this vlog, recording my music. Anyway, anytime you see me in this wig and this bandana, I'm going to the gym. So it's a gym day, and I've got to update the inventory for my merch. I still have all these spring color t-shirts that I definitely need to get rid of. So I'm going to do a website sale. I bought hundreds of blanks when I first started my business, thinking that I was just going to have a booming t-shirt business, but I didn't have a business plan when I bought all the blank t-shirts. So right now I'm down to like maybe 100 blank t-shirts. These are the shirts. This is my Violin Girl Tee series. It was shot by a photographer named Jason Mickle, a fashion and film photographer from New York. I do have these available on my website at www.joyabravo.com. If you care to have a shirt, they come with a special note, customized picture with a signature autograph, and I really appreciate the people who support me. So below this video, you'll find a link to the inventory from my website. Beyond that, I'm gonna come home and then work on a gig that we have. Why do I keep saying we? I have to work on a proposal that I just got booked for. Something that I do on the side is I do surprise proposals. I do all sorts of events as a violinist. Tomorrow's proposal, which I will bring my camera to, I'm playing a Coco Jones song. I love Coco Jones. She's so dope and she look good, man. God, man, she look good, right? Anyway, so I'm not gay. After that, I'm gonna jump back in the studio. So we have a 4-part day today. And as I've been editing these videos, I've been noticing that not only am I still getting used to the camera, right? I'm realizing y'all don't really see my personality. Like, I've been kind of reserved and presenting like proper. I have like a sarcastic sense of humor that I definitely want to push through on camera. I definitely want y'all to see the aspects of my personality that are a bit more fun. I can be very intense, but I play all day. Another thing I notice is how crazy my makeup looks on camera. I fix that, you know, adjusting to figuring out the right lighting for my makeup and what makeup choices work with certain lighting. It's all a process, but it's all getting figured out. I swear to God, I'm a cute girl and I look good in person, but it's good to learn all these things so that when I make it to Madison Square Garden, I won't have these issues by then. So let's get this day started, and I'm excited. Hope you're excited, and stay productive. That's it. Alright y'all, the workout was amazing, and it was amazing because I didn't feel like working out, so it made me like push a little harder. Like, it took me a little longer to run. I always start my workouts with a 2-mile run. I try to get the 2-mile run in under 20 minutes, but recently back in September I broke one of my toes. I couldn't work out for 3 months, so I just got back into working out. Now my 2-mile time is 24 minutes, which is fine, even though it like fucks with my head a little bit. It's cool. I need to take it easy on myself. Today my 2-mile run was like 24:30 something. Like, I really took my time today, but it was a great workout because I started getting back into my heavier lifting exercises like weighted hip thrusts on the leg press. Alright, I'm about to head to the city, go to a coffee shop, sit, update my inventory on my website. I probably only have like 10 shirts left in my inventory right now, but I want to get those off and flip them to bring out some more fall colors and keep getting rid of the blank t-shirts. That's what we're doing. I'll see you at the coffee shop.
Let me know if you want any more ice or anything. It's just just tried to keep the ratios the same way you said.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now come with me to my very favorite taco spot. It's affectionately called Prison Tacos because it's located right next to Clink Clink. Get 3 tacos, 2 borrega, and 1 pollo. No cilantro. Add peppers and onions a la plancha y crudo también. I'm not gonna lie, this place easily has the best tacos I've ever had in my entire life. I've never been a taco girly until I came here. My usual order is 3 lamb tacos with no cilantro, add grilled peppers and onions, and I also get it with the raw onions too. Sometimes I get the chicken, but the lamb here it's always just so tender, just tenderness, it falls right off the bone, and I'm grateful that the best chef in the house is here today. This place is impeccable. Look at this. Okay. Alright y'all, so I gotta do the same thing over here on the vlog now. Alright y'all, so I got the song for the most part. It's probably like 75% good. So I'm gonna play it straight through, and then I'm gonna jump off and drink my kombucha slushy because y'all don't know this yet. I'm literally just starting to film this vlog, so I'm letting people get to know me. I like to drink kombucha slushies. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and actually do the song now. Here we go. Oh! Bitch, what the fuck is this? Oh, hell no. I got it about 75%, maybe 70. I definitely got to learn the little in-betweens like the yeah. But I don't want to give this too much stress. As long as I hit the main parts, like that's really all that matters. Ooh, I think it's a bit bright. Just a little bright. No, it's just a little bit too dark. God damn it! Alright, so I am recording my song Nice to Meet Ya. Nice to Meet Ya is more of like a jingle than a single. I want to get it ready and prep it like a single. A lot of these songs that you'll see me record, I'm going to be dropping week after week after week. But it's really meant to be the jingle for this vlog. So hopefully I'll get that released by February. I'm not treating it like a major song. And you never know, it's probably going to be the one that blows up, but I'm just really having fun with this, so here we go. Nice to meet ya! I mean, it looks peaky. I'm not gonna lie, bruv. Nice to meet ya! And I even pulled back with that, and it's still like loud, but it'll take. It's gonna work. So this song is gonna have violin on it, but I'm not ready to do a violin recording day quite yet. I'm trying to knock out vocals per song, like back to back to back, and then come back in like a week and start recording violin once I get the EQing right in this space. It's all a process. I'm learning how to do everything one step at a time. Now that I have a good vocal chain, I'm just knocking out stems, vocal stems. Now I'm gonna do the nice to meet yous in between there, and we should be just about done with this, baby. Alright, I'm gonna stop recording now to save my battery. It's a wrap for day 5. Thank y'all for enjoying this day with me. It's been a great productive day, and until next time, good night. Oh, I don't want him to get locked up. He got help. Oh, no. Look at help. Yeah. Whatever. Other guy. He got 5. He got 5. Ain't gonna be stuck over there. What up, y'all? It is vlog day number, I think 7 now, actually. We are on, I think my lips and my makeup probably look really crazy, but I've embraced it at this point. I'm on my way to grab a cup of coffee and then meet a director named Brandon Myshon, who I worked with on an upcoming music video. I'll probably insert some clips right here. And we are scouting a gallery for a project that we're working on. So today we're heading to Supermarket Art Gallery in Virginia Highlands. It's a really cute part of town. It's raining today, but it's a good day. I went to the gym, had an amazing workout, and yesterday was great too because I came in and started recording my 3rd song, which is Madness. Bruh. Anyway, let's get this day started, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. As I'm editing this, I'm realizing just how much I'm about to get copyright stricken, so let's just drive in silence for a little bit and enjoy the scenery. Alright, we are here in Virginia Highlands, which is another one of my favorite part of town, and we are about to meet up with director Brandon Myshon to go to the supermarket. It's my favorite kind of day. The weather's perfect, everything's perfect. Alright, let's walk in.
We work in pairs.
Some people can really see, but they don't see something. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. What's good? I'm so good. Oh, this is amazing. Hi. This is... Oh, I'm gassed. This is incredible. Do you mind me vlogging? Okay. Oh my God, I love this. So as you can see, I'm going crazy in the space. But they also have this gallery exhibit, which I'm gonna take you on a little bit of it. You already know how I do. Let's take a walk and take in some art. I want this in my bathroom. I will have a mansion, and this
will go inside of the mansion.
Period. Right in the bathroom. Y'all know I'm not a big colors person, but I actually love this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that you have that brand going. That's awesome.
Nah, it's been a thing on my vlog, so this moment just happened for a reason. Oh. This place is incredible. Wow. Alright, y'all, it is apple time. You're gonna see me eat green apples a lot. Granny Smith green apples, because every day I like to get something raw and you're disgusting. Every day I like to eat something raw. There's no good way to say it, but every day I like to eat something raw to get the fiber and the micronutrients in my system. And there's a backstory there, but I'm not about to overflood y'all on vlog 1. I went through a weird fucking health crisis that I naturally healed myself from by the grace of God. So every day I like to get like a salad in, raw carrots, or a green apple. So today there was a power outage. A tree fell on a power line somewhere near here. So I've been outside passing time. So I took myself to the movies to see Primate. I didn't expect to be a good movie. I'm kind of picky when it comes to movies. I love a good like high class psychological thriller where there's like high fashion, opulence. That's my preferred movie experience, but that shit was good. I'm not a huge like gore fan. I used to be. I used to love horror, but kind of the older I get, I just get a little bit more, you know, classy. If you like gore, good jump scares and suspense, go see Primate. Alright, so now I'm about to jump back into the studio, recording my song Madness. This is song number 3 that I'm completing in this studio, so I'm really excited about just staying productive and just progressing, just knocking these songs out one by one. I went to Kilwin's too. Kilwin's is the chocolate shop. I don't know if you can see it. And I fucked around and tried their white fudge peppermint bark. It's so bad for me. Like, I don't eat too much high sugar content, but when I tried a piece of this and it turned out to be soft mint that they wrapped up pieces of soft mint with white fudge. Bitch, I went back in and got the whole bark. Let's get to the studio. Yo. What it do, what it is, what it wasn't. Mix a couple liquids, now I'm buzzing. In the 65 to 100, no, I probably shouldn't be out in public. What it do, what it is, what it wasn't. Mix a couple liquids, now I'm buzzing. In the 65 to... Fuck. What it do, what it is, what it wasn't. Mix a couple liquids, now I'm buzzing. In the 65 to 100, no, I probably shouldn't be out in public. Knock a couple grams back, like it's nothing if I mix it with the hash. Haha, everything's funny now. I'm laughing off my ass all alone like a cutty with the pedal to the metal and the gas to the money. Yeah, buddy. Method to my madness, yeah, it's a method to my madness. It's a method to my madness, yeah, it's a method to my madness. They can't understand if they average. They gon' see the vision come together like I planned it. I'm still trying to figure out that part. That's it for right now. Oh shit. Trying to kill me. Don't make me go gently stupid. Got a tongue that's full of bullets and I ain't